And as far as the functionality, I think I'm going to start by setting up remove item and then clearing the cart because they're just going to be faster than the toggle as well as counting the totals. And we'll start by just closing all the open files. And we're looking for the cart context, of course. And here I have the placeholders, but I would want to set up my dispatches. So remove item was looking for the ID, which we passed in, and then clear cart is just going to dispatch the action by itself without any kind of parameters. And of course, the same is going to be in a remove item, but we'll have to pass in as a payload our ID. So we're looking for two actions: remove cart item and then clear the cart. So we dispatch again, both of the actions are coming from the actions.js. I'm not going to do the whole spiel. You already know what is happening. So remove cart item. And then as far as the payload, I'm just setting up the ID. And then in the clear cart, I'll do the same thing. I'll say dispatch, and then we pass in type. And of course, the type is not clear filters. Sorry. Type is clear and then underscore cart. So those are the actions that are coming from my actions.js. So we save it. And our next step, of course, is setting up our cart reducer. So make sure that we handle both of those actions over there as well. And it is simpler than you think. So we navigate to a cart reducer. I have my first action, add to cart, and I just keep on scrolling. And once I'm done with this one, so make sure that you don't place it inside. Kind of easy here because we have so many curly braces. Now, of course, I would want to check for remove item. We're going to go with action type. And if it is equal to remove cart item, then I would want to filter my cart. And if the ID doesn't match to whatever I'm passing in, then of course, I'll leave that item in the cart. If it does match, then I'll remove it from my cart. So let's set up temporary cart. So temp cart array, and then we just filter our state cart, and then we of course run filter, and then every item, I'll name it as an item, and I'll say if the item ID, if the cart ID doesn't match to whatever I'm passing in, then I will return it. Why? Well, because I know that that is not the item that I clicked on. So I'll say if it doesn't match the action.payload, since that's where the ID is sitting, then I'm going to return it. And as far as the return from the function, I'm just going to say dot 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 state. So I want to get all my state properties, and then cart will be equal to my temp cart, like so. So I save, and now we should have the functionality where once we click, check it out. Now, of course, we can remove the items. And once I'll remove the second one, there it is. Now we have your cart is empty. Why? Because in the cart page, we handle that. We say if the cart is empty, then this is what we're returning. And we should also be able to see once we refresh in the local storage that our cart value is empty here as well. Because remember, we run that dispatch, correct? So let's try it out one more time. I'm going to go with this shelf. It has this green color. That's my default value. And now, of course, I can see that item in the page in the local storage, but I still have this option of clearing my item from the cart. And the clear cart is even easier because the only thing we need to do is just return cart as a empty array. So if action and then dot type is equal to clear cart action, then we just say return dot 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 state, and then cart will be our empty array. We save it. Then, of course, we refresh. Notice now we can see our cart item. And I'm just going to add one more item. So let's click on continue shopping, double check if this link works. And we navigate here. I'm going to add a few more items to the cart. And now if I want to clear it, I just clear the shopping part. And again, we have your cart is empty because we handled that in the cart page. Awesome. We're done setting up these two functionalities. Now let's tackle the toggle cart.